Okay, this video is meant to talk about going between different types of fractions. So before we do that, we need to talk about the different types. First, there's a proper fraction, just a regular fraction. 3/4 is an example. It's proper because the numerator is not bigger than the denominator. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 would all be proper. They're regular fractions. But then we have something called an improper fraction. It means it doesn't look like it's supposed to, like it normally does. So 5/4. And the reason it's improper is because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So we call it improper. And then we have a third type, a mixed number. That's when we have a whole number and a fraction with it. So 3 1/4. For example, Felix is a mixed number in age. He is 1 full year and a half year. Okay, that's what a mixed number is, when it takes a whole year and adds a fraction to it, a half a year. So sometimes we like to turn mixed numbers into improper fractions. And the simple trick to that is if we have 3 1/4, we know whatever we're talking about is split into fourths. So to figure out how to turn it into an improper fraction, we do this. We take the whole number and we multiply it by the denominator, and then we add the numerator. So you multiply the bottom and add the top. So 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So I get 13/4. 3 1/4 is equivalent to 13/4. Let me show you one other one. If I had 2 2/5, I multiply the whole number by the denominator, and then I'm going to add the numerator for my new numerator, and I'm still staying with fifths. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 12/5. Now, if you're thinking and you're wondering about this, I hope you're asking why. Why can I multiply the bottom and add the top? It always helps to know why. Well, here's why. Here's a picture of 3 1/4. I have 3 holes. 1 whole brownie, and I ate them all. A second brownie, I ate it all. A third brownie, I ate it all. But then I couldn't eat all of the fourth one. I only ate a fourth. So I have 3 1/4. 3 whole brownies and a fourth. But if you notice, I didn't just shove the whole brownie into my mouth. I had eaten each brownie in its little pieces. And each brownie is made up of fourths. So I ate 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4. 9/4, 10/4, 11/4, 12/4, 13/4. So 3 1/4 equals 13/4, which is exactly what we got on our first problem. So you could just draw this number out, draw 3 holes and 1/4 and count up the fourths. You get 13. But the trick to doing it is go 3 times 4 plus 1 is 13/4. Again, here's the visual. Sometimes we want to go the other way. Sometimes we want to turn an improper fraction into a mixed number. So, for instance, if I have 5 halves, I can think of 5 halves as 5 divided by 2. So what I do is I put my first number in the bracket, the division bracket, and I put the 2 here. Okay. How many times does 2 go into 5? 2, 4. So it goes in 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Remainder 1. Now this remainder is my fraction, so I have 1 over 2 remaining, so it equals 2 1/2. The other way to think about this is, if I have 5 halves, 2 goes into 5, 1, 2 times, so I have 2 wholes. So if it goes 2, 4, 2 full times, what do I have left over? I have 1/2 left over. Okay? You can either do it as long division, or you can just do skip counting. Let's look at one more. Let's look at 4/3. So I can think of it as 4 divided by 3. So I put 4 in the bracket, 3 outside. How many times does 3 go into 4? 1 time. 3 times 1 is 3. If I subtract it, I get 1. So that's my numerator now. So 1 over 3. 4/3 is the same as 1 over 1 1/3. Or I can just do this. If I have 4/3, well, I know that I have 1 whole, right? Because I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So I have 1 whole. And then what do I have left over? After that 1 whole, I have 1/3 left over. That makes my 4th. So I have 1 1/3. So you're probably wondering why? Why does that work? Well, let's look at a picture of it. If I have 5 halves, let's see what I have here. Well, here's 1/2, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves, 5 halves. So if I have 5 halves, I also have 1 whole, 2 wholes, and a half. 2 1/2. So I could draw it. I could draw 5 halves and see that I have 2 wholes and 1/2. Or I could be like, oh, if I have 5 halves and it takes 2 of them to make a whole, so 2 makes 1 whole, 4 makes 2 wholes, and then I'm going to have 1 left over, so a half. Or some kids like this. They like to just divide it. And then you have 1/2 left over. Whichever way works for you. All right, here are some practice problems. Now these are easy to make up, but on this side are mixed number and turn them into improper fractions. And then on this side, I start with improper fractions, turn them into mixed numbers. Good luck.